Good afternoon, my beautiful brothers and sisters. It is your girl, Dr. Shonna SPN.
Yo, 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 yo.
We are here. We're going to talk about Gayle KIng, not necessarily R. Kelly, because R. Kelly is what he is, right? Without a doubt. But we're going to talk about Gayle KIng and why today she receives the biggest anti-Black award in history, number one, and why she is eating divide and conquer sandwiches with extra mayo. So we have to talk about Gayle KIng. And yes, 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 I'm going to be serious about this because I have my notes. Y'all know how I get with my notes. We're going to go through, we're going to look at some things. We're going to run down some facts. So as always, I hope you guys have your pen and paper because I'm going to send you on your homework and your research because I see a lot of videos out there and a lot of videos out there with people, you know, attacking those of us who feel that Gayle KIng is off code, and they're making all these videos with all of their antagonistic ways and stuff. But have you done your research? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to step into a little bit of research. I can't be here a long time. I know I always say that, right? I always go the full hour, but today I'm really trying not to be here the whole time. So I got to go get prepared because I'll be teaching today at Rutgers University. So I'm trying to be on schedule today. But we got to really talk about this stuff. Before I get started, let me give my hellos to everybody in the chat room. I see Erica Patmore is on. How you doing, sister? My brother Nick Johnson is on. How you doing? My spiritual mom Hanifa's on. I got my brother Aaron Taylor's on. Rashid is on. I love every last one of you guys. My boy Charles is on. Joy's on. Dwayne is on. Cheryl is on. You guys are coming through. I love it. I love it. So let's get going. But as always, share the video. Share the video. If you're not liking and following me here, I suggest you like and follow this page. Just don't like it, but follow it and turn your notifications on. I don't go live all the time, but I'm always going to give you something to think about. And today we got something to think about. So get your pens and paper. I see my girl Jade is on. What's up, Jade? So listen, let's go. If y'all eating those divide and conquer sandwiches with extra mayo, I'm going to need y'all to put that down just for today and pick up a pen and paper and let's educate yourself. So I want to go back to some videos because there's a lot of talk that's going on with this R. Kelly situation and this Gayle KIng interview. And yeah, somebody inboxed me. Y'all know I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. I get a lot of my news from Facebook. But somebody inboxed me and was like, Dr. Shonna, you need to check this out. And I said, I don't like to get into the divide and conquer. I don't like to put my brothers and sisters out there like that if I can help it. But should I really watch this? He was like, yo, you got to watch this interview. And that's our brother Earl. He's part of the community. So I go and I look at this video of Gayle KIng interviewing R. Kelly. Now I want to make this very clear because y'all already know I did a video about this with the R. Kelly situation. Y'all already know. So I want to make this very clear. A sexually oppressive person is exactly that. A sexual predator is exactly that. A child pedophile is exactly that. A molester is exactly that. And I make no excuses for these types of people. I want to make that very clear. White, Black, Jewish, Asian, I don't care, Muslim, Christian, they all get thrown under the jail with me. Period. Period. But this is not about that. This video is not about that. This video is about anti-Blackness. This video is about self-hatred. This video is about eating divide and conquer sandwiches with extra mayo. This video is about coonism. That's what it's about. And people don't like to hear it. But we got to talk about it today. Yes, Joy, I'm about to put it down, Joy. Let's go. So I want y'all to go back. There was an article that was done, I believe, in 2019, this year, in February. So just last month, there was an article that was done on Woody Allen with him suing Amazon. So I know y'all going to say, what the hell does Woody Allen got to do with R. Kelly and Gayle KIng's interview? I told you I'm about to take you through. Get your pen and paper. Get your pen and paper because you got to know the difference between being on code, hashtag on code, versus those of us who are off code. Our community is constantly off code. Gayle KIng is off code. But I want to first paint the picture so I can show you how white people are on code all the time, even if they are a pedophile, even if they are a predator, even if they have sexually abused people, even if they have been caught red-handed. They're always in their community and our community. Let me say that again. Their community, white community, and our community, black community, always supports these white pedophiles, child molesters, sexual oppressors, you name it, always supports their behavior. Check this out. Last month, the article was done where Woody Allen is suing Amazon for $68 million. Did y'all know about that? Did y'all know about that? I don't see nobody in the black community sharing this constantly. And why is this important? See, this is important because Amazon dropped their 4-movie deal with Woody Allen, and they cited, listen to this, write this down, people. They cited resurfaced sexual abuse allegations stemming from 1992. Does this sound familiar? Does this sound familiar? Whose allegations have recently resurfaced? Does this sound familiar? So they dropped him. They dropped him. $68 million deal. So Woody Allen said, oh, no. I am going to sue. I'm going to sue. See, you have to understand, for those of us who may have forgotten and those of us who may not be aware, but in 1992, Dylan Farrow was Woody Allen's adopted daughter. She was Mia Farrow's daughter. And Mia Farrow and Woody Allen got together, got married, and hence Dylan became his daughter. In 1992, all over the media, and at this time we didn't have social media like that. We had print newspapers and the television and radio shows, right? All over 1992, Mia made an allegation that her daughter Dylan had disclosed to her that Woody Allen had abused her. So these allegations had resurfaced back in 2017, 2018. I can't remember the date exactly, but if you go ahead and you Google Dylan Farrow speaks to Gayle KIng, I'm going somewhere with this. Dylan Farrow speaks to Gayle KIng about her sexual abuse allegations. You will see exactly what I'm about to get into. That interview that Dylan Farrow did with Gayle KIng about a year ago or 2 years ago, to say the least is a year ago, 2018, the most is 2017. She did an interview on CBS and she restated her allegations that she stated when she was a child back in 1992. We're talking nearly 30 years ago, back in 1992. So she comes out in lieu of this whole Me Too and Time's Up movement, and she comes out and she resurfaces her allegations. Her story stayed consistent and never changed. So she gets an interview with Gayle KIng. Y'all better follow me. Don't listen to me. Go do your own research, baby. Go do your own research. So Amazon said, you know what? This is too much heat. We cannot afford any more bad reputation. So we're going to have to pull out of the $4 million deal, totaling $68 million, and we're going to stop running his current movie that is on Amazon. So Woody Allen gets mad, and he says, how can you do this? These allegations are from 1992. They were unfounded. Sounds familiar? Sounds familiar? Right? They were unfounded, and you signed a deal with me. Amazon says, wait a minute, Woody. Wait a minute. Wait one goddamn minute. You know how white people are, right? He says, Amazon says our reputation has been harmed by both Harry Weinstein and Roy Price. Y'all gotta look up Roy Price. I'm not getting into Harry Weinstein and I'm not getting into Roy Price. But Harry Weinstein, Roy Price, and Woody Allen had these nasty sexual abuse, sexual predator allegations against them. Amazon says, no, I'm pulling out. Woody Allen sues. Why is this important? So let's talk about Dylan Farrow. Let's talk about Dylan Farrow. Get your notes. Dylan Farrow. Now, as I stated just 2-3 minutes ago, she was interviewed by Gayle KIng. The interview by Gayle KIng aired in 2018, I believe. The beginning part, you gotta check the date, but it's with the whole Me Too and the Time's Up movement. And in this interview, y'all gotta believe me, baby. Go ahead and check the links. In this interview, somebody, you know what? I want everybody to see this. Somebody go ahead to YouTube and Google Dylan, Dylan, Farrow, and Gayle KIng interview and drop the link because I want y'all to have easy access to this stuff. In this interview, Gayle KIng presents as understanding. She is non-judgmental in her stance. She takes it a step back. She's calm, she's cool, she's collective. She's not confronting her or trying to trip her up. She's not antagonistic. She's very non-judgmental. She is so calm and non-confrontational in this interview. And she remains curious about everything that Dylan Farrow had to say. She didn't accuse her. She didn't question her. She didn't say, you know, most people would think that you're a liar. Didn't say any of that. Was not provocative, not one iota. With Dylan Farrow, who now is in her 30s, married with a little girl, who sat there and cried. She was consistent with her story. Now, I want to make sure I make this very clear. Anybody who is a victim of pedophilia, sexual abuse, sexual oppressors, sexual predators, however you feel comfortable naming it, I sympathize and I empathize with them. I, for one, believe Dylan Farrow. I, for one, believe her. I didn't have to watch Gayle KIng's interview for me to believe her. Although Gayle KIng's interview set the stage, because you got to understand how interviewers work. I was an interviewer for the state for so many years. I was a state investigator investigating people like this. Okay? And so I understand that when we gather the facts and we have all what we need to know, we already start to formulate our thoughts. We already start to formulate our questions. And it really does guide the way we interview people. Now, if we have a disdain for somebody, whether we think you're lying, we think you're guilty, we're not supposed to show it in our interviewing, but you can pick up the energy because that's how our minds work. Not just investigator, all of us as humans, we're human and we contain emotions, we contain thoughts, we contain beliefs, and many of us, if not all of us, act out our implicit biases. Write that down. Implicit biases. Implicit meaning is within us, in our thoughts. You may not know it, but it's in our subconscious, it's in our conscious, and it controls everything we do, from our behavior, our thoughts, our actions, our words, you name it. It controls everything. So I'm watching this interview with Gayle KIng as she's interviewing Dylan Farrow. And I'm looking at her from all of my experience doing interviews. Check the resume, check the job list. I got nothing but receipts for what I've done. People on here right now, I see a lot of people on here right now for my past employer. They'll let you know, she was a senior investigator. She closed cases. She got people locked up. That's what she did. So I understand interviewing. Has nothing to do with journalism. I understand when you're interviewing someone who is a victim or a perpetrator. And I'm seeing how her stance is. Her stance interviewing Dylan Farrow was very appropriate. That is how we are supposed to be. Calm, non-confrontational, non-judgmental, understanding. We are to remain curious, ask open-ended questions, not leading questions. Don't become combative. Don't argue with the person. Don't seek to prove them wrong. Just get their story. And we'll sort it all out later. And after we sort it out, if we have more questions, we come back and we ask the questions that we missed. Because we have to be aware how our implicit biases can dictate our behavior and inform our investigative practices, thus the outcome of the investigation. Am I talking to somebody right now? Am I talking? You know what, Dr. Shonna, calm down for a second, because you guys know I really care about our community. I really do. I really care about our community, and we gotta be able to point out bad behaviors. We gotta be able to see when someone is playing on the wrong team. This is not about not throwing R. Kelly under the bus. This is not about not locking his funky behind up. That's not what this is about. This is about understanding the place of where Gayle KIng is coming from. This is about noticing people who are off code. I'm not telling the sister not to do her job. Not to do her job. I'm not saying that one iota. But you have to understand that we cannot read the thoughts and the hearts of people. But what we can see is their behaviors and their actions and the way someone behaves, the words that they choose to come out their mouths, and the actions that they take. It tells you a lot about who the person is. Let's get back to the Dylan Farrow interview. Now, Gayle KIng in this interview with Dylan Farrow was also concerned about Dylan's mental health. When she broke down crying, she took time, as you're supposed to do as an investigator or an interviewer. She took time, she pulled back, she allowed Dylan to feel her emotions and express it through tears, and then she asked her if she was okay. Very appropriate. Very appropriate. She took notice of this woman's emotions. Very appropriate. The narrative, let's talk about the narrative of CBS, because this interview, as with all of other Gayle's interviews, are done on CBS's network. Now, y'all know who owned the network. You see, we got to make sure that we're paying attention to all of this stuff. Who owns CBS? Peace to you too, Lee Gant. I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. I'm telling y'all, get your pen and paper. I see y'all all in here. I don't want y'all to think that I'm ignoring any of you guys. I see Janice is on here. All of y'all, Keisha Green is on here. How you doing, gorgeous? We have everybody on here. I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring any of y'all. Samira, Malie, I'm not, or Melly, I'm not ignoring any of you guys. I'm just on a roll because I'm teaching. So y'all just gotta bear with me. Make sure y'all share the video. Share the video. Like and follow me right here. Like and follow me right here on Facebook. I will give you all the information for my new people, how you can learn more about me. But I just thank you so much, Charlem. She posted the YouTube video. I'm gonna pin it to the top. Thank you so much, Charlem. I'm here. I'm here. I just want you guys to know I do see y'all. But I gotta keep on teaching. I gotta keep on teaching. So let me go on. Let me go on. So you gotta understand CBS. CBS is not owned by anybody that's going to support R. Kelly or anybody like that, right? CBS is not owned by any network or anybody who has proven to be sympathetic to the Black community, all right? Don't be fooled by CBS. CBS is not somebody who has a history of airing Black America in a positive light. And when we are attacked or when bad things happen to us, CBS is not known for being empathetic to our emotions, to our pain, to our hurt. So do not for one iota assume that Gayle KIng was there to bring some relief and some healing to the Black community. Oh no, baby. No, not on CBS. Let's not play games because everybody is looking. Okay, let me not say everybody. Too many people are looking at it as that's right. We need to talk about it. We need to expose this in our community. We do. We absolutely do. And we need to be on code with how we talk about these things and with whom we talk about these things. And we have to be concerned about the audience who is watching these things because whoever the primary audience is, the narrative, the story will be shaped to appeal to their emotions. And everything that we do, if you want to have an Afrocentric or African-centered perspective to it, everything we do has to be taken within the historical context. Black men historically have been viewed as toxic masculine people. They have been historically viewed as rapists, predators, criminals, undereducated, lazy, you name it. Black women have historically been viewed as sexually promiscuous, liars, controlling, angry. We have historically been reviewed in this light. I'm telling you this for a reason because I'm going to give you guys all the links I want y'all to watch. And when you go back and you see Gayle KIng's interaction, you will see a different Gayle. You will see her switch when she's put in front the Black women. Because historically, we have been pitted against each other. Historically, we are to see our sisters as the enemy. I will not be used as a tool. And even if I do not like you, white America will not know. That is between me, you, and our community. And everyone gets this, but us. So going back to CBS. So after this interview between Gayle KIng and Dylan Farrow, CBS, the narrative that they spin, they brought in all this other information that pretty much supported the claim that the abuse did not happen. Did not happen. Here we are, we have this young woman that is now in her 30s who came out in 1992 that said she was sexually abused. And CBS spins the narrative to highlight claims that this abuse had not happened. See, I'm not mad at CBS. I'm not mad at CBS because that's what being on code looks like. Y'all know I'm hot right now. I'm supposed to be getting dressed. I'm supposed to be putting my makeup on, getting ready to go to teach. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm seeing all these videos out here. I'm seeing all these videos out here, and people are just, we're at each other's throat in this community. We are at each other's throat. We are definitely eating divide and conquer sandwiches with extra mayo and some lettuce and tomatoes. We have juiced up our divide and conquer sandwiches that is being served to us by white America. And we are eating this sucker up like it was free on the government line at the soup kitchen. We are eating it up like we have not been eating for days. Not even realizing that it's packed with toxins. Not even realizing that it's poisonous. Not even realizing that it is killing our community. We are chopping up the divide and conquer sandwiches and we don't give a damn. Arguing out here publicly. Arguing out here publicly. But CBS get it. Not only does CBS get it, not only does CBS say, you know what? Woody Allen, although he was dating his 21-year-old daughter that he adopted, he probably, based on the evidence, because you just don't start dating your daughter at 21. Let me repeat that again. You just don't start dating your adopted daughter at 21. What was her name? Suni? Was it Suni? Somebody gonna have to look that up. Fact check this. Don't believe me. This dude was dating his daughter, his adopted daughter, when she was 21 years old, and he married her, and they're still married to this day. Still married to this day. So not only was he dating her, we have reason to believe that he probably sexually assaulted or abused her too. Not only did that happen, but the daughter, Dylan Farrell's story has been consistent since 1992. Not only did she break down last year in her CBS interview with Gayle KIng, not only did she break down, but CBS still takes the narrative and says that Woody Allen has not been charged with anything. He's been cleared of his allegations, and that these are old allegations. They make sure that they put it out there. Why? Because they on code. Because they are on code. So let me go on. So Gayle KIng, she ends this interview. Y'all want to watch it because my beautiful sister Charlem has put it in the link. She ends this interview, and she's talking among her colleagues in the studio. And in the studio, I wrote down exactly what she said. Let me quote it. Y'all can go ahead and look it up and fact check me if you want. She quotes that Gayle KIng says that she was struck by Dylan Farrell's consistency. She says she's articulate, she's extremely smart, and she was very much in control about what she wanted to say. And I think she is just in hope that people will hear her story and believe her. Gayle KIng gave Dylan Farrell the platform to tell her story uninterrupted, to tell her story without judgment, to tell her story without negative confrontation, to tell her story in a peaceful environment, and allow her to express herself and hold true to her truths, no matter what. And despite the fact that the allegations have been dropped against Woody Allen, despite the fact that he has been cleared of any allegations of sexual abuse, she allowed Dylan Farrell the ability to tell her story. And she was empathic toward her with a listening ear. Now, why does this matter? Just in case y'all all coming on right now, I want y'all to know I'm Dr. Shonna. I only come on here sometimes, and I'm going to come on here with my research. I hardly come on here to shoot the breeze. I hardly come over here just to joke around. Those who personally know me know I got a big personality and I joke about everything, but this is not a joking matter. I don't joke when I see the divide and conquer sandwiches being passed out. I don't joke when I see anti-blackness, whether it's coming from white people or it's coming from within our community. I don't joke when I see abuse within our community. I don't joke when I see violence and murders within our community. I don't joke when I see white supremacy raving around our community and we are supporting it. I don't joke about things like that. This is not a joking matter. So I tell people all the time, you want to come and watch me, bring a pen and paper. Bring a pen and paper. And I'm open to your feedback just as long as we are respectful, because I'm going to respect you. But if you disrespect me, you will be blocked, banned, and deleted. And if you are off code, you will be blocked, banned, and deleted. See, I won't even want to teach about being on code, because on code works for many populations. Asian people, no matter they're Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Filipino, Asian people are on code. Middle Eastern people, Arabics, are on code. Indian people are on code. Jewish people are on code. Italian people are on code. Irish people are on code. The LGBT community are on code unless you're black. Unless you're black. And that's why I do not abandon my LGBTQ sisters and brothers, because they are being abandoned by the white LGBTQ as well. But they are on code. But who is off code? We are. We are some off code people. So I'm only here to talk about being on code. So you'll go ahead and share the video. Do me that favor, share the video, like and follow this page. and turn your notifications on and follow me on all my platforms. I'm engaging on all my platforms. That is YouTube and Instagram primarily, and some Twitter, but go ahead and engage with me there. I want you to know that Gayle King also, in this interview with Dylan Farrow, getting back to the story, Gayle King also stated that from a report from Yale New Haven, or Yale New Haven Hospital, I should say, it said that there was no evidence that Dylan had been abused. No evidence that Dylan had been abused. No evidence. Despite the fact that we know that if you are fondling someone's vagina or someone's behind or someone's breasts, there will be no evidence. So just because there is no evidence, meaning there is no broken hymen, there is no bruising around the vagina, there is no discharge, there is no pregnancy, there is no STD, despite that fact, it doesn't mean that somebody had not been abused. But yet, Yale New Haven Hospital made that report, and Gayle King made sure she emphasized that report came in, because she don't want, let me tell you why. So you got to understand why this happened. You got to understand why it happened. She knows that she has to watch her words when she talks about any other community that's on code. She has to watch her words. She cannot go against the report. She cannot say what I just said. I don't care what the report says. You are never going to have evidence if you fondle my breast unless it's recorded, because it won't leave any bruising. You're not going to have evidence if you lick my vagina. I'm sorry if I'm explicit, but I want to paint the picture to understand that just because the report says no evidence doesn't mean it did not occur. So Gayle King did not challenge that whatsoever, but she knows better because she wants her butter biscuits. That is her money. She also goes on to say that prosecutors in Connecticut said that there was possibly probable cause to go to trial. But check this out with these prosecutors. They did not want to do that because they did not want to re-traumatize Dylan Farrow. On code. On code. This was not about re-traumatizing her. Everybody knew where the money was coming from. I always say, follow the money trail. Follow the money trail at all times. They sacrificed Dylan Farrow. They sacrificed her for their money. Also, there's a bunch of actors. This is all signs of being on code. I'm just going over all the signs of being on code just to show you how much we are off code. I'm about to get there and then I'm out of here. A bunch of actors who have played in some of Woody Allen's movies have stated that they support Dylan after they saw her video that aired on CBS with Gayle King. They support her, and one especially donated his whole movie salary to the Me Too and the Time's Up movement. Y'all didn't hear that? Well, let me say that again. Pretend I'm an actress and I was in Woody Allen's movie. And then after I saw the tears of Dylan Farrow on television as Gayle King, who presented as sympathetic, understanding, calm, curious, non-judgmental, empathic, and loving, interviewed Dylan to help to set the stage for all of us to feel sorry that we have dropped the ball on this victim who has been sexually abused. And then I turn around and I say, even though I starred in Woody Allen's most recent movie, In the Rain or Not in the Rain or some crap that was on Amazon, most recent movie from 2017, I'm going to donate my salary that I received from that movie to the Me Too and the Time's Up movement. Ooh, baby, isn't that on code? Isn't that on code? I would have to say it is. But no, not us. Not us. Not our people. Gayle, Gayle even said that she supports Dylan, right? So she supports Dylan and she maintains that Dylan's story has never, ever changed. She thinks that it's good that we heard Alan's story. Did y'all hear me? Oh, let me say that again. Let me say that again. Gayle KIng said that she thinks, out of her own words, y'all gonna see the video yourself. The link has been pinned to the top. She has said out of her own words, she thinks that it is good that we, meaning America, heard Alan's story, Mia's story, and Dylan's story. Ooh, how empathetic and nice is that? That is fair. We heard everyone's story. We allowed everyone, including Alan, including Woody Allen, go watch his interviews. We have allowed everybody to tell their story without confrontational tactics, without being provocative, without being judgmental, without having leading questions. We have allowed everybody to tell their story on a platform that presented fairness. Now let's get into those divide and conquer sandwiches, and I'm out of here. This is my last page. I swear it is. And I'm out of here. I told y'all it was going to be a short video, 36 minutes. I'm doing well. This is a short video today for me, because y'all know I get sit in. It's short for me. Now let's fast forward to Gayle KIng's interview with R. Kelly's two girlfriends. Did y'all see that video? Somebody come on, sisters in here, my brothers. I need for you guys to go ahead to YouTube, right? Go ahead to YouTube, find the video that Gayle KIng did with the two girlfriends of R. Kelly on CBS, her same old white supremacist platform. Post the link so I can go ahead and make sure everyone sees that video. In that video with these girls, Gayle KIng presented as antagonistic toward the girlfriends of R. Kelly. Watch it for yourself. The interview was contentious and the interview was accusatory. The interview was confrontational. The interview was judgmental. In all of my life as an investigator, in all of my life interviewing child sexual abuse, interviewing sexual abuse, interviewing all types of abuse allegations occurring in facilities, occurring in homes, you name it. Out of all my years working with the prosecutors of Bergen County, the prosecutors of Passaic County, and the prosecutors of Essex County here in New Jersey, out of all my years doing this work, I've never seen an interview like that. Go on now and try me. Go on now and try me. I've never seen an interview like that. Ooh, baby. She might as well have just locked those girls up and threw away the key. Baby. Baby. She was so combative in that interview. She was non-supportive. She wasn't even concerned about how they was feeling. And the girl, even though she had crocodile tears, I'm not going to dispute that. But on camera, when the whole world is watching, especially white America, when the whole world is watching, you could have exercised a little bit more constraint in your own implicit bias, and you could have been empathic during that interview, even if you felt it was crocodile tears. And the reason why I say that, because if you watch the imagery, if you watch the way the camera moved, the minute the young girl started crying, Azalea, whatever her name is, Azriela, whatever her name is, the camera zoomed up to her face to show that tears did not break through her eyes. I'm telling you, watch the narrative. This is on CBS. They have never aired us in a positive light. They have never been sympathetic or empathetic to our emotions and our hurt and our pain and our trauma. They have never been that. So why would they start right now? Because Gayle KIng was in the room? Gayle KIng was on code with CBS. And she did exactly what they expected her to do and what they wanted her to do. And she did just that. She could have showed some care and some emotion toward her. She could have allowed her to have her moment and asked her, do you need a break? Instead, she says, why are you crying? She didn't care nothing about those girls' trauma or mental health. She didn't try to be understanding. She didn't try to console them. She didn't try to let them know I'm not judging you whatsoever. She did not try to let them know that. All of her actions and behavior communicated just the opposite. She was invalidating of their feelings, invalidating of their experience. Whether you believe them or not, the right thing to do would have been to be validated. Validated. Because that's what empathy looks like. See, I don't have to believe your story in order for me to show empathy. I don't have to believe your story. But I also don't have to invalidate your feelings and your emotions and your thoughts and your beliefs and your behaviors, whether I agree with them or not. I don't have to invalidate them. But oh no, Gayle King did. She was very provocative in her style. Absolutely. These are the same allegations that are from the past, just like Willie Allen's allegation was from 1992. They were from the past. I'm not saying right is right and wrong. I'm not saying that one is right and the other is wrong. They're both wrong. Both Woody Allen and R. Kelly is wrong. What I'm saying is that when things in our community happen, we always have to remember to be on code. It doesn't mean that we excuse bad behavior. It means that we have a deeper understanding. We have our third eye activated. We're thinking and we're seeing no matter what, because I am considered a person who has a status and a platform within my community. Whether I want to or not, I mean, I don't want to represent my community, but however, because the way this world, especially America, is set up on colorism and set up on anti-blackness, people will automatically look at me as a representative for my community. If I go and I rob somebody, I'm a representative for my community. If I go and molest somebody or kill somebody, I'm a representative for my community, whether I want to be one or not. But she didn't consider that. R. Kelly's past allegations are resurfacing. Woody Allen's past allegations have resurfaced. Donald Trump's past allegation has resurfaced. Bill Cosby's past allegations have resurfaced. And what was the other film person? Was it Nate Parker, the one who did the Nat Turner movie? I don't remember his name, but y'all gotta just let me know. But his past allegations have resurfaced. And anytime our past allegations resurface, people take a judgmental stance. Whether they are our own people who are eating the divide and conquer sandwiches with extra mayos, lettuce, tomatoes, salt, and pepper, whether it's those people or it's the others. They're always judgmental. You can look at Gayle King's interview with R. Kelly and see how her style was in comparison to every other interview she has done on people who have had sexual abuse allegations who happen to be classified as white. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. See, every time I get these inboxes or these emails that say, Dr. Shonna, can you give me an example of being on code? I'll do another video. I mean, I have so many videos out there about being on code. I have so many postings out there about being on code. This ain't new. Maybe this platform is new for me, meaning this page, but on my own page, that ain't new. I got viral videos out there about being on code. I'm always talking about being on code. So I don't know why people feel the need to keep on asking me to explain what on code and off code is, because people are guilty. People are disillusioned. And people don't want to see things from all angles. From all angles. People like to just be fluffy with things. This is not about R. Kelly. Throw him under the jail. I don't care. I don't care. But this is about, if you're going to use me to interview R. Kelly, I am always going to be on code like every other community. I'm going to be non-biased. I'm going to be non-judgmental. I'm going to be non-confrontational. I'm going to be non whatever, accusatory. I'm going to be non-provocative. I'm going to be a blank slate, like just like when I interview guilty ass white people like Woody Allen, and everyone gives him a nice little platform for him to tell his story, and everyone wants to reiterate on all of their networks. Now, he hasn't been charged with any allegation. There's been no evidence that abuse has occurred. That they always want to do that. Why? Because they are on code, and I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at us, our community, for being off code. So I want somebody out there to go ahead and show me where the Asian community throws their people under the bus, when the Arabic community throws their people under the bus, when the Indian community throws their people under the bus, when the Jewish community throws their people under the bus, when the LGBTQ community throws their people under the bus, when the Hispanic community throws their people under the bus. Hell, when the Haitian community throws their people under the bus, when the Jamaican community throws their people under the bus, when the Honduras community throws their people under the bus, everybody but foundational Black Americans. I want y'all to show me where everybody else throws their people under the bus. Everybody else is on code but us. But us. Everybody's on code. Everybody's on call. I see you, Donna Marie, and you're absolutely right. Donna Marie is saying that she had told her co-workers that she will not be off code, and we got to be able to do that. Regina Poole says Gayle's demeanor toward R. Kelly was that of a woman who does not like Black men. Absolutely, absolutely. Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and look at the videos. Go to all the videos. You want to start with any videos? I suggest you start with the early 90s. Go to the early 90s and see how those videos have been handled. See how those interviews, I can even go back to Tawana Brawley. Y'all remember her? Y'all ain't got to go believe me. Go ahead and look at the interviews and see how they interview our people in comparison to interviewing white victims. See how they interview our perpetrators in comparison to interviewing white perpetrators. Don't believe me, I got the receipts. I ain't gonna just jump on here without looking at all these videos. That's why I don't do videos every day. That's why I'm not on here 45 times a day, because it requires me to do the research. Let me get the hell on out of here. I gotta put my makeup on and get my clothes on. It's time for me to go, brothers and sisters. Listen, do me a favor. Just be on code. Just be on code. It's not that hard. Just be on code. We don't gotta throw our sisters and brothers under the bus. Yeah, some of us are guilty, but guess what? Asians are guilty. Jewish people are guilty. Arabic people are guilty. Indian people are guilty. Gay people are guilty. Come on. We're not the only people that are guilty. But we are the only people to throw our people under the bus. There's a lot of things I see on social media that I do not agree with, but I am not combative with my people. I'd rather not say anything. Now, if I see something that's destructive, I will say something. But I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to go and use my platform to do in a video to attack other people who profess to love Black people. Unless you got to be called out. And even with me calling you out, I'm only going to speak to the facts. I'm not going to take personal attacks toward you. I'm still going to speak to the facts because videos never disappear. Shit. Somebody says sexual allegations have came out against Oprah's school in Africa, and they're not doing videos about that. Of course not. You think they're going to air that? The only way they're going to air that, sister, I believe it was a sister that said that. The only way they're going to air that is if somebody gets pissed off with Miss Oprah. Somebody get pissed off with Harpo. When they get pissed off with Harpo, they're going to bring out all her receipts. She ain't clean. She ain't clean. But as long as she's on their team and she's off cold with us, they're going to make sure they cover up her dirt tracks. All the time. Even Gayle. None of us are exempt. You see how they started to do Dr. King after he's long gone and dead. You see how they try to smear his name. Come on now. The minute he went against them, you see how they smeared his name. This is why we have to stay on code. This is why we have to stay on code. So that's all I have for you guys. Ladies, I hope you're registered for my class on Saturday. My women's class, ladies only. You can go ahead and get registered at theiriswomen.com. Go ahead and get registered at theiriswomen.com. It's about healing. We got to heal as women. We got to heal. It doesn't mean that we have to take abuse from men. It doesn't mean that we have to be disrespected. It doesn't mean that we have to humble ourselves to the point where we lose our sense of self. But it means that we have to carry ourselves in a certain way and communicate what we need in a certain manner without the femininity, the toxic femininity. We can do it. So go ahead and sign up, theiriswomen.com. And for all my couples who are coming on March 23rd to the couples class, the cooking class is a combined couples teaching and cooking class. The early bird special ends March 9th. So you got 2 days to get the early bird special. That website is helpingcouplesreconnect.com. Again, that is helpingcouplesreconnect.com. Go ahead and get signed up. Get your tickets. Bring your partner. We're going to learn how to build that relationship and sustain that relationship with the Black man. It is so important. Our community cannot afford to continue to eat these toxic, divide and conquer sandwiches with extra mayo, lettuce, tomatoes, and salt and pepper. We got to put it down because it is harming our community and is ripping up our families. So go ahead and get registered at helpingcouplesreconnect.com. I will see you guys all soon. And for my ladies, I will see you on Saturday. Go ahead and sign up at theiriswomen.com. Theiriswomen.com. Have a blessed day.